32 quarterback rushing a tournament. This is what the bracket is going to look like. It's randomly selected. The rules are pretty simple. Every quarterback is going to have one rushing attempt, and whoever gets the furthest moves on to the next round. So with that being said, let's get to our first matchup. It is going to be Derek Carr and the Saints versus Deshaun Watson and the Browns. Going to run to the right. Jadeveon Clowney, it sets the edge perfectly, but we get about 4 yards. Deshaun Watson, let's see what you can do now. Perfect blocking, and we get a lot more than 4 all the way past the 15-yard line and even more. Deshaun Watson's moving on to the next round. We have the Super Bowl champion Jalen Hurts going up against Dak Prescott. Yes, I promise you this was randomly selected. Jalen Hurts is up first. I'm expecting him to get a lot of yardage, but Jadeveon Clowney sets the edge perfectly, so we have to cut it back inside. He gets to the 9-yard line. Dak Prescott doesn't have to have a lot of yards here. He gets to the 10 and a lot past that. Dak Prescott is actually moving on. We have Justin Herbert going against Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, I'm favoring Justin Herbert because Aaron Rodgers is 40 at this point. Justin Herbert doesn't even get out of his own end zone. All Aaron Rodgers needs right here is 1 yard, and he gets that all the way to the 5. Russell Wilson is next. His opponent will be Bo Nix, and he pulls it to the 10-yard line. 15. Come on, still form. He gets to about the 15. While our first rookie and Bo Nix only gets to about the 10. Still his new quarterback, Russell Wilson's moving on. We have the Houston Texans with CJ Stroud that doesn't even get to the... Please break at least one run very far. It feels like nobody's going anywhere right now. And then we have Jordan Love as well. He gets sacked in his own end zone. So Stroud is moving on. This is a quarterback I have huge hope for, and that is Jaden Daniels. Now, Jadeveon Clowney is actually killing us right here. Jaden Daniels does juke, but only gets about the 10-yard line. He doesn't have the easiest matchup, though, going up against Josh Allen. Josh Allen gets just past the 15-yard line, so he'll actually be moving on. Brock Purdy going up against Anthony Richardson. Obviously, I'm favoring Anthony Richardson. Brock Purdy takes it to the 5 and not much past that. What Anthony Richardson can do, he makes it past the 10, past the 20, past the 30, almost to the 50-yard line. That's the best run we had so far today. Sam Darnold and T-Law is up next. Darnold doesn't make it out of the end zone. All T-Law needs to do here is just get at least 1 yard, and he gets that all the way up to the 5. Just like that, we're done with our first half of the bracket, so here is what it looks like updated right now. Now we'll go ahead and finish the second half of the first round. The first up is going to be the rookie, and Michael Penix Jr. He takes it all the way up to about the 15-yard line. That's pretty decent, especially since he's going up against Drew Lock. Lock takes it and doesn't even get out of his own end zone, so Penix will move on. Next up is going to be Baker Mayfield, and he'll be going up against my quarterback one and Bryce Young. Baker is up first in this matchup, and he barely gets to the 1 yard line, so as long as Bryce Young doesn't get tackled in his own end zone, he should be moving on. Bryce Young takes it to the outside and actually outruns his safety to actually gain some yardage, so he's moving on to the second round. Next up is going to be the Raiders and Gardner Minshew, and the defensive end collapses on the running back, and we are gone here all the way up to the 45-yard line. This opponent in the first round is probably going to be one of my favorites, like Kyler Murray, but I don't know if he's going to make it that far. And no, he doesn't. Jadeveon Clowney just comes down on and puts him on the ground quickly. Then we have Tua Tagovailoa, just don't hit him in the head here. He gets up to about the 15. His opponent in the first round is going to be Caleb Williams. Takes it to the outside. Perfect blocking from our wide receivers, and he gets to about the 30-yard line. Next, we have the new GOAT of the NFL. It's going to be Patrick Mahomes. He hits the outside. One man to beat, but he can't juke him. Gets to the 5. We already saw 2 rookie quarterbacks advance to the next round. It's a perfect opportunity to see 3 and Drake May. All he needs to do is get to the 5. He's there and jukes the guy out to get a couple more yards. If he would have got tackled right there, he probably wouldn't have made it. Now we have the Titans quarterback in Will Levis. Obviously didn't have the best season, but can he do good here? And he gets to about the 10, the 15. He gets tackled about the 16. That's decent, especially since he's going up against an older guy, Geno Smith, and he gets tackled in the end zone too. Next one's going to be very interesting. We actually have the Lions and the Rams going up against each other. Obviously, we all know that both of these teams have a lot of history with that trade that happened with Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff. The Rams actually don't have an option play for me to run with the quarterback, so we're just going to have to do a Hail Mary play since that's the one I know both of them have. For Matthew Stafford, and he gets sacked in his own end zone, but so does Matthew Stafford, so we actually got to go to round 2 for this matchup. Matthew Stafford gets sacked in the end zone once again. All Goff needs to do is just get 1 yard, and he gets a little bit past the 5, so he's moving on to the next round. Now, last matchup of the first round is going to be very interesting. We're probably going to have the favorite of this tournament is going to be Lamar Jackson. To snap and looking to run to the outside, outruns one defender, makes a move, but only gets about the 15. His opponent's going to be an AFC North quarterback in Joe Burrow. He takes it to the outside to the 10, jukes one guy out of his shoes, and he actually gets to the 20, so he eliminates Lamar Jackson in the first round. Like I said, that would have been my favorite to win it too. I'm pretty sure everybody would have picked him to win it as well. But here is what our round 2 looks like. I really don't know who would be a favorite here. We got Josh Allen, Anthony Richardson as well, but really this is anybody's game. We have Deshaun Watson and Dak Prescott for our first matchup in the second round. And Deshaun Watson actually does very good. Juice one guy almost gets to the 30-yard line. See if Dak Prescott can pull something out great here and move on to the next round. Cuts it to the outside. Great blocking, but doesn't get past the 15. So Deshaun Watson's moving on to the Elite 8. We got a younger quarterback in Justin Herbert versus the old quarterback in Russell Wilson. Do have like a decent running game. Herbert hits the outside, gets to the 5, the 10, tries to truck a guy and gets to the 15. Well, Russell Wilson outruns one player, but then gets tackled inside his own 5. Next, we have CJ Stroud, and he cuts it to the outside. Nobody in front of him. Great blocking from Nico Collins. The safety does come over there. We get to about the 35. That's actually a really good run. He does have a tough opponent in Josh Allen. He gets out of the end zone and has some allotted to do. Cuts it to the outside, makes one guy miss, and gets to about the 31-yard line. Even with that great run, CJ Stroud just did get barely a little bit more. Anthony Richardson is up next now, and he gets it to about the 3-yard line, not far at all. He's going up against Trevor Lawrence. Lawrence takes it out of the back of the end zone and gets to about the 10. Trevor Lawrence is moving. A lot of these quarterbacks that we probably thought was going to win this tournament is out already. Now we're going to the other side of our tournament bracket. First matchup is going to be Michael Penix Jr. versus my franchise quarterback and Bryce Young. Penix is up first. He breaks it to the outside, gets to about the 5, but doesn't go much further. We'll say to the 8-yard line. Definitely not impossible for Bryce Young to do, but he gets sacked in the end zone. So that is going to be it for Bryce Young. We have Caleb Williams versus Gardner Minshew. Minshew is up first, and he doesn't make it out of his own end zone. Caleb Williams goes to the outside. A jukes one guy to get to about the 19-yard line, so he is moving on. Like I said, last round, the rookie quarterbacks are doing very good, and that's 2 more in the Elite 8. Now, we can get 1 more as well because Drake May is up next going up against Will Levis. Drake May's up first, outruns one defensive player, bounces off another one, gets to about the 15. Now, Will Levis' turn. I had to break it to the inside, and he gets absolutely nowhere. That's 3 rookie quarterbacks in the next round. We have one more matchup for the second round now, and that's going to be Goff versus Burrow. Let's go with Goff first. I don't expect him to do much with his older legs, and he doesn't get to the 5. Joe Burrow might have a little bit more pep in his step. He breaks it to the outside. I thought he was going to get tackled right there, but he gets to about the 9-yard line. So he got about 4 more yards than Goff did. So he's going to be the last one moving to our Elite 8. Here's what our bracket looks like. I'm very interested to see the rookie battle in Penix versus Caleb Williams. As we start our next round, it's going to be the fun part. You get to find out who our final 4 quarterbacks are going to be. First, we have Deshaun Watson and Justin Herbert. Watson breaks it to the outside. Doesn't even get to the 5-yard line. Herbert doesn't have a lot to do here. They break down on the running back, and he goes way past the 5, up past the 10-yard line. Herbert is moving on to the final 4. Next, we have CJ Stroud versus Trevor Lawrence. Stroud only gets to about the 4-yard line once again. Before this challenge video ends, I at least want to see one guy to get a touchdown. We don't have a lot more left, but one guy going all the way would be amazing to see. Trevor doesn't have to get much, and he gets amazing yardage here all the way up to the 35-yard line, so he'll be going up into the final 4 as well. We have the rookies, and Michael Penix Jr. His first run takes it to the outside and only gets to about the 7. So Caleb Williams doesn't have to do a lot neither. Breaks it to the outside, and oh my god, amazing block bar. Oh my god, amazing juke as well. And we get to the 35. Caleb Williams is moving on. Caleb Williams can scramble out of the pocket when he needs to, but I didn't think he was that much of a scrambler. He's actually looking pretty good. Last matchup for this round is going to be Drake May versus Joe Burrow. May breaks it to the outside. Has got a lot to do here and puts on the speedsters. Jukes one person now and gets to the 35. Joe Burrow has to have a good run here, but he does it whatsoever. Cutting to the middle, doesn't even get to the 10. Our final 4 quarterbacks are Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, Caleb Williams, and Drake May. For the rest of these matchups, I'm actually going to make a change. These quarterbacks can have up to 3 runs now. Whatever is the longest run from each of them is going to be the one that represents them. You have Justin Herbert's first run here. He doesn't even make it out of the end zone. Thank God I'm doing 3. Second run for Herbert now, and he's got a lot of cooking to do, and he does get past the 15-yard line. He had to do a lot for that. See if he can get a lot better with his third one here. Breaks it to the outside. Got one guy to beat, but he doesn't. He gets to the 5-yard line. What Trevor Lawrence needs to do is get past the 15. Here goes Trevor Lawrence first trying it. He almost gets sacked in the end zone as well, but he breaks out of it and gets to about the 7-yard line. 2 more opportunities to get to the 15-yard line here. Breaks one guy's ankles, gets to the outside, makes one guy miss, and almost gets to the 15, but not quite there yet. This, ladies and gentlemen, is his last try to get to the championship game. Amazing blocking, and he gets way past that 30, 35, makes one guy fall on his knee, gets almost to the 50-yard line. He is going on to the championship round. Next up, we have the Caleb Williams. Let's see what he does on his first try here, and doesn't even get to the 15. Second try here, and he breaks it to about the 21-yard line. Okay, not a bad attempt whatsoever. See what he does with his last attempt here, though. Makes it to the inside kind of more and doesn't even get to the 15. All Drake May has to do now is to beat 21 yards to be in the championship game. And he gets tackled in his end zone the first try. Second try, and he gets tackled in his end zone once again. Okay, offensive line. I know y'all didn't step up for him in the regular season, but you got to step up for him here. Third time's the charm. I know he's going to get at least some yardage, and he does get to about the 15 though. So Caleb Williams is moving on to the championship round. We have Trevor Lawrence representing the Jags versus Caleb Williams representing the Bears. Each player will get 3 times. Trevor Lawrence is up first here. Okay, amazing grass out in front. Actually, the DB makes a great ground, and we get tackled at the 10-yard line. Got to do better than that if you want to beat Caleb. Come on, outside here. Throw a block, bro. What are you doing, Evan Ingram? Amazing juke, though, here, and he gets to 25. One last try. Outrun Shaq Thompson, and he sees nothing but green grass out in front of him. Hurdles over a player, and he gets to almost the 45, a little bit short. So Caleb actually has a lot of work here, and he gets tackled inside the 5-yard line on the first play. Gotta make something happen here if he wants to win it. Outruns one defender, great blocking on the outside, puts out a juke, but doesn't get past the 20. It all needs to come down to this. He at least needs to make it, past the 45-yard line. Great blocking up front. Actually, no, he doesn't have great blocking, but he makes a great juke move. Oh my God, is he going to go all the way on this final play of the tournament? And yes, he does. What a way to end it off. Rookie and Caleb Williams actually wins it all, taking it all the way to the house. I said I wanted one to go all the way for a touchdown before we end the video. It was the last one, but at least we got one. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll check you guys out next time.